There's all this opacity out there and uncertainty, and I wanted to find a way to quantify the unquantifiable, right? Taking something that is very amorphous, something like gut feeling, and figuring out what is actually embedded in that. What does it mean when investors say that they use their gut feel? And does it matter for somebody who perhaps has made 150 investments or somebody who looks at 300 or 400 deals a year versus somebody who looks at 10 deals a year, right? So that experience piece absolutely mattered. What I found was that it really does differ based on the investor. Experienced investors do tend to use their gut feel more often. And those who use their gut feel more often do perform better in certain ways. Okay. So what that means is if you think about baseball averages, right, and having a really high batting average. So in terms of the investment world, that would mean you do pretty well in terms of your portfolio. You make more than you lose, right? Gut feel doesn't actually help you. It doesn't help you in terms of just on the aggregate, most of your deals seem to do okay. You have a high batting average. Where gut feel helps you is where you have a much lower batting average, but you hit a lot more home runs. So those that you invest in, you might have lots more dogs, complete losses. But you're much more likely to identify those big home runs. And in an investment world where the portfolio matters, that's really what you're going for. You really want those big, well, not everybody, but you know, to some extent.
No, you want the big outside returns.
You want the big 30x, 60x, whatever X kind of returns that.
I'm looking for 5,000 next book. Keep going.
You want
30x, that's quaint. Wow.
But you know, on the aggregate, people are looking for 2x, right? They're, you know, that's the kind of the, if you look at the aggregate,
people who are doing
right. People are. We'll have to talk more about that.
Exactly.
But they're really looking for those humongous sort of exits that more than pay for 30 complete failures. So
there are people who use their gut who, if I was going to look at that, just doing my own self-examination and my contemporaries, there are ones who are very promiscuous, I would say, and they invest in a lot of things. To use a word, and they understand 9 out of 10 fail. And one of my organizing principles of angel investing is if everybody understands the idea and believes in it, then it will not have an outsized outcome. Because it's too obvious of an idea, it should have been done already. So when something like Uber or Wealthfront or Robinhood or Thumbtack, which are my 4 unicorns and 1 decacorn, obviously, when I look at those, a lot of people said no. A lot of people said no. And the list of reasons of why they wouldn't work was greater than the list of reasons of why they would. So how does that, what's your take on my take?
I think you're doing it the right way. And I'm not saying that just because you have immense amounts of money now based on your investments. No, I think that that's absolutely right. What the people who are looking for that diamond in the rough recognize that if everybody else thinks it's shiny and valuable, that perhaps somebody would have picked it up or something would have happened to it. What you're really looking for is that diamond in the rough that has that immense, huge beta that other people think is worthless, but that you see something special, that there's something special about that entrepreneur. There's something special about that market. There's something that's unique. There's an unfair advantage. You know, people talk lots about that. But and I think that that's absolutely right. And I think that's what gut feel really encompasses, that it's able to capture that piece of it.
But I want to first thank my friend Scott Walker for supporting startups, not just supporting This Week in Startups, but startups themselves. Walker Corporate Law, as you know, is a boutique law firm that specializes in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups. That's what they do. And they encourage fixed fees. What's that? They give you a fixed price. You know what you're going to pay to do your startup financing, to do your corporate formation, to do your trademarks, to do whatever you need to do, employee stock option plan, licensing, mergers, acquisitions, terms of service, privacy policy, all those things that are check boxes for your startup. They do with lawyers that have decades of experience, 10, 20 years. No junior associates getting on the job training, and they specialize in startups. That's why they're so good at it. That's why they can give you fixed fees, and they're really in it for the right reasons. Scott Walker comes to all of our events. He's a real true mensch. He spends a lot of time talking to founders, and you can call him directly right now, 415 415-979-9998. 415, that's San Francisco, 979-9998. Or you can email him, scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, or visit walkercorporatelaw.com. Scott's a great guy. Tell him your Uncle Jason sent you, and he'll take care of you. Okay. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.